bustling city of Kolkata is the capital of the eastern Indian state of West Bengal. The city is home to around 5 million people and has an extended metropolitan population of over 14 million. In 2001, the city's name was officially changed from Calcutta to Kolkata. However, its former name remains part of the city's sporting heritage. The Calcutta Cup, the oldest rugby union trophy in the world, is awarded to the winner of the annual match between England and Scotland. The competition was established after a game played in the city in 1872. Another version of the Calcutta Cup is also competed for by rugby union clubs of the Kolkata area. Of those teams, the newest is the Kolkata Jungle Crows. Paul Walsh is the club's founder.
There was rugby being played in Calcutta. We were quite keen to be part of the rugby, to play some rugby, but we didn't really feel like we belonged to any of the existing clubs. You had to either be a member of a club or be part of some organisation. So we set up the Crows to be open for everybody, so anybody could join, and just to have fun playing rugby.
Established in 2004, the Jungle Crows compete in the region's two 15-a-side tournaments, the Calcutta Cup and the Centenary Cup. The club, who recently won the Centenary Cup for the first time, has also established junior teams who play at under 13, under 16 and under 19 levels. Earlier this year, the club sent a team to England to take part in the Bishop Stortford International Under-13 Rugby Festival. It was the first time that an under-13 team had represented India at international level.
If we want to have a maul, we're going to drive the maul, okay? Just another set piece.
Chris York is one of the coaches with the Jungle Crows. Since taking up his role with the team, he's been impressed with the attitude and commitment of his players, in spite of the fact that facilities here are limited.
You know, I've got younger brothers. I've played with all the different clubs in England, and what you see is guys, if they haven't got their scrum cap, if they haven't got their shoulder pads and all, they can't play rugby that day. But here, we've got guys who haven't got boots, you know, and they're coming on the pitch. No gum shield, no scrum cap, but they're still out there throwing themselves around with as much physical aggression as any English kid does, and that's been quite inspiring for me.
In a city where there are an estimated 50,000 street children, the club works closely with a local charity called Ashaliyam, which offers help and support to street children. The club runs coaching sessions for underprivileged youngsters and goes into schools to help and encourage children to develop a variety of skills that will benefit them in the future. Salan Tudu is one of many whom the club has helped. Since joining the team 4 years ago, the 19-year-old has learned to speak 6 languages and acknowledges the positive impact that the sport has had upon his life.
I want every children in my village, in tribal people, most of the boys they should brought up with a rugby ball. That's my aim. I never see a rugby ball when I was kid. I saw rugby ball first in 2004, but I don't want that for my younger brothers, whoever is the youngest kids now. They should brought up with a rugby ball.
Hailing from a small village 250 kilometers from Kolkata, Salan didn't speak any language other than his tribal dialect before hooking up with the Jungle Crows. He was recently awarded a full rugby scholarship to Hartpury College in England, where he'll study sports science. Through their work in developing links with people at all levels of society, the Jungle Crows' aim is to show that rugby can be enjoyed by everyone, as the IRB's Development Officer for India attests.
The influence of a team like the Jungle Crows shows other kids of the same ilk or the same background that they can compete at any level in the sport of rugby, and it also identifies to everyone that rugby is a sport for all shapes and sizes and backgrounds, and I think that's the important message that the Jungle Crows team actually offers rugby in India.
Currently, there are 17,500 registered players in the country, and India are ranked 81st out of 95 nations in the IRB World Rankings. They were admitted as a test-playing nation in 2001 and have played a total of 24 matches since then. They lost 14 games in a row before registering their first win in 2004, and the national team recently recorded their biggest ever win with a 92-0 thrashing of Pakistan. Whilst the team continues to grow as a 15 side and attempts to qualify for the next World Cup, the short-term goal is to put together a competitive sevens team for the 2010 Commonwealth Games, which will be held in Delhi.
They are more suited to the 7s than 15s because of the way that they have brought up, because of the way of their makeup, their physical makeup. They're certainly very fast, they're quite agile, which are all important factors in the 7s. There is a very strong plan that has been put together by us to take the team to the Commonwealth Games in 2010. So the players in the squad will almost become semi-professional for the next 2.5 years.
India's success in sevens has been limited.
Ball for the ball, hands out, hands out, hands out. Ball for the ball, communication.
To help with their development, a coach from Fiji, a traditional powerhouse of rugby sevens, has been brought in.
A lot of these rugby players are natural sevens players, and they have a very good amount of potential. But I do think they need to play more games overseas, where they would be exposing themselves to other teams and to playing at a higher level, where there's a better standard of rugby. That way, they'll improve their game, and hopefully that will help us to put together a good competitive team for the Commonwealth Games.
With plans in place to move the game forward at an international level, and with people at all levels of society joining in the sport thanks to the work of clubs such as the Jungle Crows, the future of rugby union in India looks to be in safe hands.
I think that rugby is very powerful. I think the lessons that it teaches people and allows people to develop, the kind of teamwork, the need within a game of rugby to trust somebody, to rely on your teammates. It's a game that I think is difficult to play as an individual, that you need to be able to rely on those people around you. And all those, the lessons that rugby teaches you or develops in young people are very, very powerful and are very, very good for their future life.